Hey everybody, Phil Clemente here, Air Filtration Solutions. Happy Friday. I hope you all enjoyed a great work week. I want to take some time to thank everybody who took some time to congratulate me for 22 years in business this month. Can't believe it's been 22 years and how quick the time went by. So thank you all, and I hope I get another 20 in. So anyhow, back to business. With summer upon us, here in Southern California, over the past several summers, we have seen some high humidity levels. And you always hear me talking about that because humidity wreaks havoc on conventional products. So what happens is you put, especially if you're using pleated filters, you use pleated filters, humidity starts being exposed to the filters, weakens its durability, the structure, and they collapse and they look like this.
And the problem with this is you see these little gaps here, right here, you see the coils back there. That's unfiltered air. So that's how your coils become contaminated. Here, these just fell apart. The moisture just fell apart and you see they collapse. There's gaps. This is the problem right here. Some will just flat out collapse totally like this one. And you have exposed coils to unfiltered air.
So you see some that totally disintegrated and fell apart. Some of them will just collapse just enough to create gaps and expose coils to 100% outside air, totally unfiltered air. And that's where contamination comes in. These conditions.
System contamination. See, this is what you don't see in those test reports. This is what my competitors will not talk to you about deliberately, and now you know why. Because once the elements take effect on these products and fail you, all those numbers go out the window. You're now dealing with contamination, which costs money, time, all which could be avoided simply by selecting a competent line of HVAC air filters. This happens more often than not, and if you're using pleated filters, it's happening to your facility. I guarantee it.
And if they don't just flat out disintegrate and a bunch of material get on your coils and cause a problem there to where you have to clean up, maybe they collapse just enough to create gaps, or they don't collapse, but because of the moisture, you have molds and spores concerns. Either way, this is what happens with pleated, especially with pleated filters, with all conventional products or any product without an antimicrobial agent, but especially with pleated filters, this is what happens, and it leads to contamination, system contamination. And that is the first domino to a domino effect of costly consequences that could easily be avoided by simply selecting a competent line of HVAC air filters. Our concept does not succumb to those elements. Moisture has absolutely no effect on our filters. They stay in place. They perform the way you expect them to perform, and they produce results like this.
Whether it's our EC Guardian links and panels or our dust lock cubes, these are the results that we get. And it doesn't matter how long they're in service. These coils, many of these coils, 5, 6, 7+ years of service using our products, and in that time, not once did they require coil cleaning. That's unheard of when you're using conventional products in this industry. Completely unheard of. And the other great thing about this is there's no food source for microbial growth. You keep your system clean, not only does it operate effectively and efficiently, but there's no threat of microbial growth. There's no food source. So no need for the UV lighting. All you need is competent filtration that could withstand the elements they're constantly exposed to, and provide performances like this and give you longevity. So you want to keep maintenance costs down, you want to keep your costs to a minimum, operation costs, all it takes is competent filtration.
That's exactly what you want. You want products that you could depend on, that will not succumb to the elements that they're constantly exposed to. You've heard me say, moisture is a common element found within all HVAC systems. All air filters are exposed to moisture, yet they're vulnerable to it. Never made sense to me, but that's just the way it is. And you could avoid this. Now, here, these are the things that you will not see in test reports. You know, there are some companies out there, particularly the older ones, more established, been around for a while. They have all the resources to spend the money on testing equipment and test results. But this is what they won't talk to you about. They won't mention that once their products are in service and exposed to moisture, that energy savings that they so proudly present to you, that all goes out the window. You get none of that. From that point on, you again, it's the first domino to a domino effect of costly consequences. So that report, all those reports, out the window. And again, you will not get that information from my competitors. They don't want to talk about it for obvious reasons. But these are the things I feel all end users should know. They should have all this information, and I believe that we at Air Filtration Solutions are the only ones that give you all this. We may not have the resources to purchase all this equipment, to print up nice energy savings reports for you, but again, that's all smoke and mirrors, because once their products are installed and exposed to the elements and fail you, that's all out the window. So if you haven't researched our product and are familiar with what I'm talking about its durability and service life, please log on to our website, take the time to research and navigate through the website, and also take a look at some posts, past posts from here on LinkedIn. I provide a ton of information, over 22 years of experience crawling in and out of air handlers. So I like to think I know what I'm talking about, guys. But anyhow, there you have it. Humidity's here. The heat is here. If you want your system to operate at peak efficiency at all times, you've got to keep your coils clean. Keeping those coils clean, if you have some good filters that are keeping those clean, the rest of your system stays clean and operates efficiently and effectively. So, hope it helps. If you have any questions, please feel free to give me a call, send me an email. I'd be happy to talk filters with you. Take care.